Yeah, we'll see if Hims can get up to 35 here. Good morning. Good morning to everybody out there in YouTube land and also on TikTok. Good to have you guys along with us this morning. SOFI still crawling. Finally broke that 14. SOFI, for those of you playing that stock this morning off of that press release. SOFI now up to 14.13. And let's go check in on Hims. 34.6. Let's see if it breaks 35. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy, over there in YouTube. We've got our moderators ready to roll. Good morning, TikTok. What have we been looking at? Debbie, good morning. Well, the most recent, I guess, we really haven't gotten a lot of great press releases this morning. Sophie, we took a look at Sophie this morning. They had a little press release come out this morning. Now this stock did dip at right after 7 o'clock. It dipped down to $12.64, and it's managed to get back up to $14.15. Right here at 30, we had a press release on Hims, HIMS. This stock has gone from $28.5, so 28.5 bucks, and it just hit 35. So it's had a nice little climb on. Looking for this thing to smack 35 again and rip through 35. There's 35, by the way, 35.25. So it is moving good. That's probably the best mover we've had so far on news in terms of dollars. Let's see, price target change. Now, if you look at it in terms of percentages, Hims has only moved 23%. So in terms of percentages, it's not a real big move. If we look at it in terms of dollars, it's gone from 28.5 bucks to 35. About 35.5. We're gonna push 35.5 here pretty soon. So it's gone up about 7 bucks. So in terms of dollars, that's probably been the best one so far. I've got my list sorted by news here so I don't miss anything. Hims now at 35.5 off of that press release. How many of you saw that press release at 7:30? Hopefully a bunch of you. Hopefully a bunch. The Last Nomad, good morning. Good morning. Evero, good morning. 35.5. Brian's in at 31.3. 36. There's 36 on Hims. Boom. Nice. 36.12. How much can we squeeze out of that one? This one's got some room to grow, folks. No pun intended. 36 on Hims. 36. We just hit 36.20. All right, we've got some more press releases here. Let's see, price target. That doesn't help anybody, so we'll skip by that one. $36.06 now on Hims. let's see what else. BYON, EVLV. Right now, HIMS seems to be about the only press release stock that's moving. We've had a couple of momentum plays this morning, but nothing that attracted me, nothing that spoke to me and said, hey, this one's going to move, man. This one's going to rip. You better get in. Just nothing yet. I've been looking for press releases. I wanted to get in on something that had a press release so that we had a catalyst to push that stock up. And so far, out of the press releases, HIMS is about the only one that's making a move. Let's go back and sort by volume again and see what's moving here. All right, LGMK pulling down, DMN pulling down, BON stuck around 8 cents. AGMH trying, it's stuck in the 17s here. Hopefully that one will get some juice. Wilds, wearable devices, WLDS. This one, I thought for sure this was going to pop. Now, this one was up over 100% this morning. Let's not joke. That one was up over 100% from early pre-market until 7. That one popped so beautifully and was up over 100%. Now, it's only up 73% at the moment. It is pulling down from 7 o'clock. But, boy, early pre-market, that stock did exceptionally well. HIMS is now at 37.2. So we are up, let's see, we started at 28. Let's see if we can get it to 38, make a nice $10 climb on this stock. Hopefully all of you caught that press release. So lots of room to grow, I believe, here on HIMS. HIMS. No pun intended. Silver Fox, good morning. And hopefully we get this thing to pop up just a little bit more. Rips past 40. And I think if we break that psychological price point of $40, I think it'll pop quite a bit more. There's a lot of room to grow on this one, so we'll see. All we can do is sit back and watch. Stinky, good morning. Let's see. Looks like HIMS is kind of stalling out here at 37, low 37s. Now it's down below 37. Hopefully we don't get a big sell-off here. Bunch of profit takers, retail taking profit. I hope not. Let's hope they all hang tight, hold tight, and let this thing climb. In the meantime, we're going to continue watching for news. Let's see, JetBlue talking about their guidance for the new year. Things not looking good for JetBlue. Not looking tremendous. Come on. Let's hope this is just a temporary pullback here on HIMS, HIMS. This one could be a hot one today, man. I hope. They put out a press release at 7:30 this morning. And the stock was at about $28.50 when the press release came out. And it popped from 28 to 32 pretty quickly. And then it was just a nice, slow, steady climb up after that. So a lot of time to get into that one. It didn't move insanely fast where you felt like you were chasing it, trying to get into it. It had a nice, slow, steady climb, and I'd like to see it get up. I want to see it break that 38 really bad. LASE wins a major order from a Fortune 500 appliance leader. LASE. LASE. Laser Photonics. Laser Photonics subsidiary CMS Laser wins a major order from a Fortune 500 appliance leader. I don't see any dollar amounts on what they consider a major order. I wish I could see a dollar amount attached to that. That would help us out a little bit. But I don't see any dollar amounts. But they're saying it's a major order. Yes, Scott, that was the press release on LASE. They got one of their subsidiary company called CMS got a major order from a Fortune 500 appliance leader, renowned for its kitchen and laundry products. So who knows who that is? Maytag, maybe? And there's no terms disclosed, so we don't know what the dollar amount is. Could be a $5 million order. Could be a $60 million order. Who knows? You know, it would help if we knew. It would help. It would help. But we sure don't know. All right, let's go back and look at HIMS again. HIMS pushing back 37.01. We want to see that break 38. Crypto, no, I don't do any crypto at all. I don't do any crypto. We are live this week doing our live stream from the motorhome. As you can see, my backdrop here is inside the motorhome. I'm up in northern Indiana this week, going live from the motorhome. And I'll be live in the motorhome here for remotely for the next couple of weeks probably. And then I'll be heading back to Florida, Central Florida, where I reside. And then we'll start doing our live streaming from my home office again. But for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be right here in my cozy little home away from home. HIMS, push, baby. Let's get this over 38. Break that 40. Pinky, 553 to 563 on ABEO. Good little play there, Pinky. LASE pulled back almost to where it started. That's the trouble with those kind of press releases when they don't give out any financials and you don't see just how big that major order is. It makes everybody very skeptical. Nobody's willing to say, man, this is powerful. This is a massive order. This one is, you know, half their market cap, or this order is more than their market cap. That kind of stuff gets people interested. That gets people really excited about jumping in. And when they don't give out any dollar amounts, people are just not too excited about it. Have you named the motorhome yet? No, I haven't named the motorhome yet. I've had a couple of suggestions from Wolfpack members. Yield Max, options, income strategy, and ETF. No, I haven't looked at that. We don't usually trade ETFs. Looks like it's doing well. I mean, look at the monthly chart. It's doing very well. Nice climb since the beginning of this month. It's been on an upward trajectory. It's doing very well. That fund is doing good right now. Now, if we pull back, however, pull back to November of this last year, it's been on a steady decline, right along with the rest of the market. But it looks like it's on an upward trend right now, so it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Twin got LASE from 310 to 330, so that's a good trade. Howling good time. Darn good. People keep asking me if I've named my RV yet, and I have not given it a name. Although I've gotten a lot of suggestions from our community. Mike, good morning. One of the suggestions was the stabbing cabin. The shaggin' wagon. Oh, too funny. Oh my gosh. We're open to all suggestions. We're always open to suggestions. The Wolfmobile. All right. Look at HIMS. Everybody take a look at HIMS. Nice. What did I say about 40? Come on, baby. 391. We just hit 339.96. There's 40. I told you. Yes, we had news, Frankie. We had or JD. We had news on HIMS at 7:30 this morning. Wolfpack's been on this since 7:30. At 7:30, this stock was $28, 28 and a half. Wolfpack was on it as soon as the news came out. It's now at 41.61. I don't see any new news. I see the news from 7:30, but I'm not seeing anything after that. What news did you what more news did you get, JD? Yeah, it might be the same news. I haven't seen anything new. But I always use a disclaimer. It doesn't, just because I didn't see it doesn't mean it's not out there. Sometimes E-Trade doesn't give me the updates as quickly. Now, my assumption was once this passed 40, it would climb pretty quickly. Now, we just hit 42.7. JD, yeah, that was the news that came out at 7:30. They put out a different press release right after the 7:30 one, worded a little differently, but it was the exact same press release basically. Same information, just worded differently because it was from a different news source. So hopefully, which ticker? HIMS, HIMS. HIMS. Brian says, got to name the RV the Boom Boom. The Boom Boom Room. Oh, funny. What tax lot should I use? John, that question's kind of out of context. Tax lot just refers to your shares, which ones you bought. So if you're asking which ones to sell after you bought them, name it the Roadrunner. Yes, HIMS has popped nicely. We got a press release on that one at 7:30. We read the press release off at 7:30, right when it came out. And it's gone from 28.5 bucks. We just hit 42.72. That's a nice chunk. That's a really nice chunk. Oh, first in, first out. Yeah, John, that's going to depend on your trading style. You could do first in, first out. Nothing wrong with that. It just depends on how you want to sell those. Now, I can on E-Trade, I can pick if I want to sell. Let's say I have 5 different tax lots, 5 different ones that 5 different times that I've bought the stock. I can pick and choose which of those tax lots that I sell. Now, if I just leave it automated the way it as a default, just let it do what it wants to do. I think I have mine set up as first in, first out. But I don't usually do that. I usually sell a specific lot as it's going up. As the price is going up, I'll sell a specific one first. Sometimes it's the last lot that I bought is the one that I sell first. If the price is dropping, I don't want to sell the one that I bought first. Yes, I'll make money on it, but the one I bought last is losing money quickly. So I want to sell that one first. So again, it just depends on what's happening with the stock, whether you want to do first in, first out, or first in, last out. Just depends on what's happening. If the stock's going up, I want to do first in, first out. If it's coming down, I want to do last in, first out. Oh boy, TVGN. Got a press release here on TVGN, a conference with JP Morgan. Take a look at that one. TVGN, CNTM update on their $1.60 per share buyout. ZVSA announces published data showing contribute to Parkinson's disease. Take a look at that. ZVSA. Congress. CR. It's like WLDS is hitting the scanner. CING, positive top line data. CING, positive top line data. CING. AMTX. Benefit from EPA's approval of 15% ethanol blend. MYNZ. Partnership. Board of Directors. Clinical data. Conference. eLab. Strengthens IP. Full portfolio. Boy, I got hammered with news here. Check out those first couple that I read off to you, though. New global theme to produced an iconic movie franchise. Let's see. Class action lawsuit. BUA financials. Gurn. Class action lawsuit. AFRM. Coming investors. Call. Sound. Sandy, good morning. All right, rest of these press releases are in the red. So I'm going to click through them, but I don't suspect I'm going to find anything worthy. Boy, this wind is crazy. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. Annual meeting. Debt refinancing. Nothing there. Nothing there. Why are you so quiet? Because I'm bashful. You live in your RV. Well, I'm living in my RV for a couple of weeks here until I get back to Florida. But no, I don't live in an RV. Invax appoints new board of directors. I live in a van down by the river. Man, you can see the curtain behind me swaying and moving. This wind is crazy out here. And I'll get the right cup for the coffee this morning. You're not kidding. I got the right cup. LFMD plans to expand affordable access for cash pay patients. LFMD. LifeMed. LFMD. Little press release from them. INO financials. Webcast results. Nothing there. Boy, oh boy. Got a ton of press releases here. Doesn't look like any of them are going to amount to anything, though. Boy, can you guys hear that wind howling? Holy cow. Scott says he lives in the doghouse half the time. All right. Okay. Let's go back and recap here real quickly with some of these press releases. Hims pulling down. ZVSA spiked and pulled back. LFMD, this one spiked. It's having some troubles though. Seems to be the theme this morning. Spike up on news and then have trouble. $124 press releases. $124 press releases this morning, and only just a couple MRVI. Yeah, there's some storms moving in here later this afternoon, from what I understand. There's supposed to be some thunderstorms moving in. The temperature is going to drop down into the low 60s. It's going to be different, that's for sure. LFMD pulling back. BYON. EVLV. ZVSA. AKYA. Boy, there is nothing. Yes, I do. Right now I'm parked in the driveway of my folks' house up in Indiana, and they have a basement. So I've got a safe place to go if it gets really bad. But I don't think we're going to get any tornadoes or anything, so I think we're okay. ZVSA popping back up again. But this RV has been through some storms now. I'm here to tell you. This thing has been through, it was through a hurricane down in the Florida Keys last year and survived. It was a little rocky, but it survived. ZVSA pushing back up again. All right, let's go back and look at volume. LGMK still pushing up. Still trying. Looking for it to break that 2.5 pennies, though. I need that thing to break 2.5. It's getting close. 245. It's almost at 2.5. DMN looks like it's given up. Bonds given up. AGMH just going. It's trending down. It's actually on a downward trend. If you look at it on the 1 minute chart, it's not looking terribly good at the moment, but that can turn around in a second. It doesn't take much for those cheap little penny things to turn around and go the other direction. DG, boy, that wind is crazy. Can you guys hear that wind? TSL, HIMS, PTPI, ZVSA. Well, I don't have any awnings out or anything, so There's nothing to secure. I got the slide out, but that's fine. You back in Indiana? Yeah, I'm in Indiana right now. I brought the motorhome up and drove up here to northern Indiana. I wanted to see my kids, my grandkids. Got to see those grandbabies. And so I'm up here for a couple weeks and going to enjoy visiting friends and family. And then I'm heading back to a nice, warm, sunny Florida. Yeah, it's windy here, that's for sure. And it doesn't help where I'm at right now, where I'm parked. My folks live out in the country, and there are farm fields all the way around their house with no trees. And there's nothing in the fields. They haven't planted yet. So I'm getting all that wind just straight across the fields, just battering this thing to death. Yes, out here in God's country, that's for sure. Yeah, it's moving. It's got me swaying back and forth. It's an adventure, though. It's an adventure. I look at everything I do in life as a new adventure. Aren't you a little too old to be living in your parents' basement? Oh, shoot. Oh, darn it. You guys just don't cut me any breaks, do you? Just remember, on a scale of 1 to 10, or 1 to bacon, you are bacon. On a scale of 1 to bacon, you are bacon. LFMD. LFMD. I'm looking at it right now on my screen. I've got it pulled up. I've had it pulled up on my screen here for a while, watching to see if it breaks 8. It did break through 8 there very momentarily, 829, but pulled back pretty quick, and waiting for it to break through 8 again. So looking pretty good so far. All right, let's go back and DMN going sideways. Not much volume there. Sandy, you have a great day. Thank you for joining us. Can you tell us some of your big winners in the past? Anthony, good morning. I mean, I can't think of ticker symbols, specifically, because we're talking about trades 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 5 years ago. It's hard to remember all the ticker symbols when you trade that much. It's hard to remember each one of them. Bond BON pushing up a little bit. NAC, you mean? Or Nuke? Or NAC? I think you mean NAC. Where is NAC at right now? Let's see what NAC's doing. I haven't looked at NAC in a while. Yeah, it's still over $1. Still over $1. But I've had, oh, hang on a minute, CYCU. CYCU announces a $9 million contract with a major municipal transportation agency. CYCU. Cycurian Incorporated. CYCU, $6 million contract. Oh, let's see. Wolf, yeah, Wolf was running yesterday. Let's see where it's at today. We had a couple people take some Wolf yesterday, up to 487 now. We took Wolf yesterday in pre-market. That stock was down around $3.34, and it started running just prior to the market opening. And we had a few people that got into that Wolf, and looks like it did okay during the day. It had its normal dips, but it ended the day, up around its high. And this morning, it's still climbing. So Wolf speed's been a good one. CYCU. Market's not liking that $9 million contract too much. It's not getting as much attention as it should. LGMK finally got over that 2.5 penny mark. It's up to 264 now. SYRA, no volume. Is that an OTC stock? Is SYRA an OTC stock? It's not showing as an OTC, but zero volume on it, so that kind of a clue that it might be a OTC. HIMS is having trouble keeping it up. It's at 36.60. We need a reversal. We need to give HIMS some HIMS. Sophie trying to climb back. It was nice to see that get back over 14 again. Plug, PLUG, that one's trying to curl up here this morning. Plug Power, looking pretty solid. WLDS finally back up over 2 again. Come on. This thing needs to get back up into the 220s to feel comfortable again. LGMK, nothing there. DMN, nothing there. Checking in, good morning. HIMS, TPI, TVGN. There. TZoo for second, expect second quarter year-over-year revenue growth to double. SNCR, successful completion of debt refinancing. HUHU, 2024 loss. How many press releases have we gotten here? 127. LGMK, DMN, Bond, AGMH still falling down in the 15s now. Hopefully nobody got caught in that. Can't trust those. Can't trust them penny stocks, man. They'll hurt you. They'll hurt you quick. WLDS, Plug still trying to push up. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that. Lisa, good morning. All right, we are, if you guys don't mind, excuse me, we're going to stick with you for the 8:30 press releases, if you don't mind, and see if we can give you something at 8:30. With any luck, we can. With any luck, we can do that. What was the news on Sing? The news on CING, Singulate announced positive top-line data results from a high-dose FedFast study of lead asset CTX 1301. It's for ADHD. So it reads as good news. It reads as pretty good news. I read through the entire press release, and it reads as good news. Market's just not liking it this morning. What is the noise in the background? Well, that's the wind, my friend. I'm in my RV right now, and the wind outside is crazy. And it is rocking this thing back and forth and going crazy. Rain or shine, sleet or snow. The Wolf Pack is here to let you know what press releases are out there. It's a 32-foot Class C, 32-foot Class C. Freddie, I'm in Indiana right now. I'm up north. I drove up to northern Indiana. in my RV down by the river. LFMD still trying to push, still waiting for that break of $8. Brenda, good morning. You get terrible winds in Colorado. Yeah, it's crazy windy right now. This time of year in northern Indiana, Midwest, it's real windy. It does this in the spring and it does it in the fall as well. It gets real windy. And I'm out in the country, so with empty fields, cornfields all the way around me, so I'm getting all the wind, no blockage from buildings or trees. Nothing. I'm getting the wind full force out here, so it's bad. Yeah, Wyoming gets some wind too. I have been out west. When I was out west touring, I can remember many occasions out on the interstate seeing semis blown over. They were running empty and that trailer got blown over. And I can remember seeing from memory, probably in like a 5-mile stretch of highway, I saw 3 semis completely blown over on their sides along the side of the road from the wind. Wind gets serious out there. I'm sure you guys have seen that too. How many states have you been to? Gosh, I don't know. I've been to every state west of the Mississippi except for Alaska. I've never been in Alaska. One of these days, I'll travel up there. But west of the Mississippi, I've been in all of those. Going east, I've been as far as Pennsylvania, and then everything south, like both of the Carolinas and Georgia and Louisiana, Mississippi. I've been to everything. I've never been out west. Never been out west. Out east. Never been to the eastern seaboard. All of that whole eastern section, I've never had any desire to, really. Never really any points of interest that I thought would be cool to go see. I've just never been to any of them. And I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff out east to go see, but I've just never been out there. All right, we've got 30 seconds. If you can stick with us. If you can stick with us, let's see what pops up here. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. PMEC secures foothold in Europe's rapidly growing billion-dollar service robotics market with a partnership. It's not getting any attention, though. TAOP Financials. LFWD approves purchase of ReWalk 7 personal exoskeleton. First major U.S. commercial health insurer approves their exoskeleton. It's on LFWD. WKSP strategic partnership with Patriot Automotive Technologies. Lunar, LUNR. Texas Space Commission selects Lunar to advance Earth re-entry and microgravity biomanufacturing spacecraft. Okay. How about BEAT? BEAT successfully meets clinical endpoints in a pivotal study for groundbreaking 12-lead ECG synthesis technology. BEAT. BEAT. Company's called Heartbeam Incorporated. BEAT. Just beat it. RNXT initiates patient dosing. RDFN. Wires willing to pay. All right. Looks like NAGE, person on their advisory board. It looks like that is going to be all of the press releases that have anything good in them. I still have some more to click here, but I'm not seeing anything worthy of our attention. A lot of fluff, a lot of annual meetings and class action lawsuits, a lot of just dumb stuff that doesn't have any effect on share price. I've been to Fort Knox. I had a buddy of mine that was stationed there that I went and visited back in the day. It's been 35 years since I've been there. CYDY, breast cancer meeting in Munich. Yeah, nothing on those. TVGN still trying to climb a little bit. EVLV, BYON, CYCU not doing anything. PMEC. All right, looks like out of all, we had 152 press releases, 152 press releases, and I've read every one of them. And nothing that's really pushed the price. CYCU, CLBT. So far, here's another one from Cook, price target change, TVGN. LFMD thing. Doesn't look like any of the press releases really did a whole lot this morning. HIMSS is about the only one that we've gotten so far that maintained anything. MBRX, new preclinical data demonstrating market expansion potential, including treatment for pancreatic cancer. MBRX, no volume to speak of. SOFI still climbing, SOFI. I mean, just not a lot going on here. Let's go back and look at volume. LGMK still climbing, got up past that 2.5, up to 2.9, might hit 3.03, might hit 03 here. BMN hanging in there. Bond falling apart. GNLN, nothing. AGMH still trending down, coming down, 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 down. WLDS going sideways. HIMS, it's holding up in the $36 range, but it's not getting the volume it needs. TVGN, ABO, Wolf's hanging in there. LFMD is pushing up a little bit. That one's still got some life. Let's look at one more, BCTX. That's nothing. All right, that looks like that's about it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to give you a whole lot at 8 o'clock or 8:30. There just wasn't much out there in terms of news. There's just not a lot. I guess we'll just have to rely on some of these plays that are already moving without news. LGMK, for example. If you're making money on that, congrats. It's moved up pretty nice here. It's still moving a little bit. I know it's a cheapie. DMN isn't doing anything. AGMH, could it turn around and go back up to 17.5 or so? Sure, it could, but it's not looking like it wants to. It's trending down. But who knows? It could turn around. It's still above where it closed at yesterday, so there's still hope there for it. But you guys have a great day. Enjoy your trading day. I will try to be on today. Let's see, which of these is an oval-shaped ball? All right, TikTok wanted me to verify my account. You guys have a great day of trading. I'm going to try to be on at 4 o'clock today, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and do after-hours trading. We might be able to find a press release in after hours that rockets one up, and we can take advantage of that. So until this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern time, you guys have a great day. Be safe. God bless. And I'll see all of you later today.